Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and the first episode of the Aquarius Love Chronicles. Aquarius Love and their lover. So, this is the last of the air signs that I'm reading for tonight in terms of a love connection, and we're going to get right into your reading. Now, this reading could resonate for anybody who has Aquarius in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mars. And of course, cross watchers, you're always welcome. And this is a relationship reading. It's a love reading, not just about your, the state of love in your life, but a special connection that you have with someone in your life right now and the state of that connection. This could be a new lover, a current lover, a previous lover, an ex, or a recently broken up, but we're going to get into the nature of it as we go along. So sit back, relax. You came here for a tarot love reading, and enjoy it. Hopefully you'll get something out of it. Whatever doesn't resonate, leave it on the table. All right, guys? So let's jump right into it. Aquarius, your card. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Wands for your person. Knight of Swords for you and your person. Five of Cups. Two of Swords, a decision coming in. And Eight of Pentacles. And we have Five of Wands and Four of Pentacles. Wow. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. All right. Well, the Devil is an interesting tarot card, Devil energy it's a card for Capricorn. Some of you may be dealing with Capricorn energy in your chart or with your person. But the Devil is the highest card for sort of creative energy, the raw creative energy. But the flip side to the Devil is, that carnal lust, that craving, that desire. It's desire that makes us create. Right? I mean, if you think about it, you have sex to create a baby, right? So there's a physical, carnal, sexual, desirous component to the ultimate in creative ability to create new life. Okay, and so that's the two sides of devil energy. So we're gonna see which side the devil is playing today with you, Aquarius. But let's jump right in. I see some shadow here right away. Money issues. Definitely a lot of money issues. Not one cup card. You're coming in as somebody, Aquarius, who's been working really hard, right? You're on a mission. You're on a goal. You're on a goal right now to accomplish something, to manifest something, specifically to do with your money, your paper, your job, your career, etc. This is coming in for you hard right now. And your person is coming in with Page of Wands energy. They're ready to be new. They're ready to jump into something that they really, really believe in with their heart and soul. And they don't really care if anybody in the world agrees with them, supports them, believes in them. They are on a very idealistic mission right now. Or certainly they're in a very idealistic state. They're in a no-nonsense kind of, I'm going to do what I want to do. Borderline bratty. Okay, borderline bratty, Aquarius. But nevertheless, okay, so now these are the energies that you are coming in with this week, apart from this love connection, and the same for your person. But now when you guys come into the energy of how you see each other, well, for right now, you're seeing your person as really being very kind of... being a lot, right? They're going to extreme measures to sort of get what they want, to get their point across, right? They're moving a lot. There's a lot of movement going on with your person. And you're seeing them kind of be very aggressive right now. There's an aggressive vibe here, They're forging ahead, but they're forging ahead with a feeling of aggression, as if there's more to the story. Now, when they see you, they're seeing heartbreak. They're seeing a lot of pain and heartbreak. Something went on, it feels like, here between the two of you, Aquarius, that really hurt them, and they're very much kind of stuck in the past about it. Five of Cups energy came out for the last reading for Libra, but in this reading the energy is very different. It just feels to me that they're kind of still mourning the heartache that they got from you, that something went down or in this relationship. I don't want to blame you for it, but there's a heartache that's happened in this relationship. All right. And it could very well. Let's pull some more cards, right? You're stuck in a place where you're trying to make a decision, and they're really busy with their objective. They're working their plans. Let's get a little bit deeper and see. Justice is coming in. Yeah, you're kind of forging ahead to a goal that has been long time coming. Yeah, it's to do with money. They're really hurt about a money situation that happened. I think that it could very well be that you didn't give them the money or the support that they were looking for. It could be that they were going through some difficult times and you weren't really there for them financially in the way that they wanted to. They feel very sort of like let down and hurt by that. Yeah, they're being, they're having to kind of be really honest about some things right now about themselves. You're dealing with somebody also, Aquarius, who may be just unwilling to sort of face up to their own responsibilities about what went down in the past, but now they're starting to kind of perhaps get there a little bit, take a little bit of responsibility. Chariot energy, they're definitely on a mission. And you're kind of deciding, you're in a place here with this relationship where you're kind of deciding, do you want to carry on? Do you want to keep going? Do you want to keep being with them? You know what I mean? Do you want to keep, I don't know, you're between a rock and a hard place right now. There's been a lot of bickering and arguing here. Yeah, this feels to me feels to me very much, Aquarius, like you guys really fell out over money, over who's making what. Here, this flipped over. Who's making what? Yeah, somebody came on hard times. It could be your person that I feel like came on some difficult times, and it's like you just weren't there for them. At least that's how they feel. I'm not saying that that's the facts of the case, of the relationship, but this is how they feel. They feel kind of hurt by it. And they're now kind of like just doing what they need to do. They're doing their own thing. But they're doing it very brashly. They're doing it with some aggression, which is it's you can feel that there's passion, passion, anger, emotions behind it, because some of it is coming out of sort of a revenge or sort of acting out. I'll show you. You didn't want to help me, Aquarius. You didn't want to support me. You didn't want to like help me with the money that I needed at the time when I needed. I'll show you what I can do. And they just throw themselves into their work. They're not around anymore. They're not engaging with you anymore. You guys are bickering a lot more when you are together. And so, yeah, it's kind of really soured some things between you and your person, Aquarius. And you're finding yourself, again, like wondering what's the next step here. I want to say that some of you are definitely dealing with an artist who sometimes creates wonderful art and sometimes just drinks and does nothing else and doesn't create anything. Oh, that flip and this flip, the Emperor and that. So there's a big change coming in here, right? You're dealing. Some of you, Aquarius, you're dealing with an artist who's very up and down. They're very fickle. 1 minute they're creating this incredible art and they're making a lot of money. The next minute they're not. They make decisions that are eccentric decisions, and so they don't make a whole lot of sense. Sometimes they don't translate. You're dealing with a person who's quite difficult. They're also very sensitive. And when you don't support them or don't support their project, they get really pissy. They become workaholics. They then act down and like, oh, I'm going to show you. And next thing you know, you never see them because they're always working. If you say something, they're like, look, you didn't want to help me, so now I've got to do this on my own, right? And so some of you may be dealing with an Aries, right? Aries or Scorpio is coming in, Cancer coming in for you, and Libra coming in. So some of you, in any of those signs you may be dealing with right now, but death is coming to this situation, and death showed up for a reading earlier as well. There's a big change. I believe it was for the Gemini. There's a huge change coming. In fact, I think it came in for all three readings, to be honest with you. Showed up also for Libra. So all three readings tonight, air sign readings, death has shown up, which means that right now all the air signs are really going through huge transformation. Those of you who are connecting with your air sign energy in your chart and in your life and resonating with these readings, you're going through big transformations with your lovers. Things are changing, right? The vibe is changing. The energy is changing. There's a lot of like camels out there whose backs have been broken with the final straw. There's a lot of, straw that broke the camel's back energy happening right now. It could also just be that we're coming into a cleansing season where relationships that aren't quite exactly fitting the way you need them to fit, people need them to fit, are being cast away. They're not necessarily working on working out the relationship or making it better, or it's like the main components there are missing, and so they're tossing it, right? I'm not saying that that's good or bad, but that's just the sort of vibe, because all three of the readings tonight have that vibe, and we have it here too. And once again, there's a money issue. Aquarius. I did this air sign readings this morning at 11 a.m. for my weekly general readings, and it definitely, Aquarius had Mars and Venus in Aquarius today. So you're dealing with some difficult sort of love interactions, right? And there was some issues to do with money in your reading this morning as well. So if you want to go back and take a look at that on my channel, go ahead. But yeah, you're dealing with somebody who is up and down with their money. They work a lot, then they make money, then they don't make any money. They're very creative. They're also somebody who's difficult to live with. They may have addiction issues. They're like, the truest sense of one of these sort of like angsty artists, these suffering artists who suffer under the weight of the talent and their art, But you're kind of dealing with somebody like that who's very, very sensitive, right? And you're kind of like, do I want to put up with it? Right? Chariot energy is coming in. There's a lot of fighting happening. You may have had enough of that. You may be you have a goal of your own, Aquarius, that you're wanting to deal with, right? And there's a rebalancing. As I said, there's a rebalancing that needs to kind of come in here. There's some karmic justice that needs to kind of come in here in regards to what you want to do with your life. It could be that you've given up quite a bit of your time in your life for this person, to support this person, and you see that even supporting them doesn't help sometimes, and then a few times that you haven't been able to support them because you have other things to do, it had such a devastating impact on them, on their emotions and sensitivity. You almost feel like you can't win. You feel like, you can't win for losing. You can't win when you support them. It doesn't make a difference. You can't win when you just let them do it on their own. And this has all become very exasperating for you, Aquarius, which is why you're in a state right now where you're kind of saying, which way do I go? Am I going to keep dealing with this? Let me pull a couple more cards. I have a decision to make here. Two of Swords is showing up a lot lately in all of the readings. I feel like in general, people under all of the zodiac signs are going through a period right now where they're making changes and they're faced with a lot of very difficult decisions. It's like there is a decision that needs to be made, but it's so difficult, and it's difficult for everybody because they're just not, they're not easy ones. They're decisions of the heart, and and 2 9s coming in, it's like you're going through a lot here with this individual, and you're feeling like you're on your own. You feel like you're on your own in this relationship because it's like you're dealing with a lot of their emotions, I'm going to say, and, these ups and downs with them, right? And it's like taking a toll, and you yourself are actually feeling lonely in this connection with them. Because there's no room for your problems or your emotions. You're dealing with somebody, it's very much about them, about their emotions, about how they feel. Again, devil is there. It feels strong to me, Aquarius, like your person is an artist of some kind, or somebody who has an artistic temperament or nature, right? And so this is how they act. And that's, and that's the nature of what they do, their purpose, their job, etc. And how they act can be very sensitive. They can get very critical about certain things that you do or do not do, reacting very brashly about it, right? And so a change is coming because you've had enough grief, you've had enough anxiety from it, you feel like you've really been battered, and you just keep trying to find a way, you keep trying to find a better way, but it just keeps, the burden keeps being there, it just keeps weighing heavy on you. And you keep trying to find a way so that you both can be prosperous and so they can be prosperous, but it just feels like you're doing all of the work and really not getting any sort of the support yourself, Aquarius. There's not, it doesn't feel like there's much support coming back to you. And of course, your person is going into a period now, also over this next several weeks, where they're starting to have money issues again. You know, they were working. Again, this is why I feel like you're dealing with an artist who really depends on selling their art or creating their art to make their money, or fulfilling, orders, or, somebody who consigns them for work or something like that. And yeah, then they're working, doing well. And then immediately again, they're not doing well. Immediately again, the money isn't coming in. It could also be that you're dealing with somebody whose temperament is constantly getting in the way of them progressing further with people, because people have a difficult time talking to them and dealing with them. So it's a very trying, exasperating relationship that you're in here, and you're finding yourself like just not there, starting to feel like you're exhausted and not there for it anymore. Get a sip of tea. So let's go into your animal spirit cards, because I always pull an animal spirit card for my love readings. And this is just this week's reading. This is not necessarily indicative of any long-term prospects for this connection. We're just reading the energies for this week. They can linger for this week and then the next couple of weeks. And again, it may not resonate for you. And if it does, just leave it there. If it doesn't, just leave it there. If it does resonate for you, then hopefully this can help you with some insight into what is going on here, or at least some affirmation of what it seems to me like you're already feeling. You're just starting to come to terms with the fact that you have an emotionally high maintenance lover here, and you're not entirely sure that you can maintain it. The spider and the bat. Okay, well, spider is earth energy and bat is air. And let's start with the bat. The bat comes out in the darkest time and really brings some light to the shadow, and there's some light coming in there. Before the dawn, the bat comes in and sees all the icky parts, right, that need to be dealt with. And so, yeah, there's some icky parts that are being sort of brought out, that you can see the dark parts of this connection, the dark parts of this relationship or of this individual. Again, if you're dealing with somebody who's a highly artistic, they have a high artistic temperament, they're very up and down, they're very volatile, you may indeed be seeing some dark sides of them begin to come out, especially in their communication. They may say some real fly stuff to you that you really just are like, oh my gosh, So there's listen, death doesn't come in just for an argument. There's a definite shift that's happening in the dynamics of this relationship. Your other animal spirit is the spider. And the spider is earth energy. And, the spider is all about really crafting that, taking the time to craft that incredible, unique web, so that it can live and eat, and what I'm saying, take care of its children, its family. It's the energy of, being very meticulous and methodical, and being very true to yourself and who you are, and being true to the nature of who you are, so that the moves and the decisions you make follow. They come in a pattern because you're acting at one with yourself, right? And so the spider represents that repetition of manifesting something, stable home space, stable environment, earth energy, stable environment, by staying true to yourself and being consistent. It's the consistency of your decisions and your behavior. I believe, Aquarius, you're dealing with somebody who's very inconsistent in their behavior. And this is what is jarring for you and vexing for you. And this is what is making you feel like you're the only one working in this relationship, because you indeed are embodying spider energy. But your person, it feels to me like your person is very sort of volatile, up and down, unable to be consistent in any way, whether that's emotionally with you or consistent in their work and their ability to sort of bring in money, be stable. all of that, there's a severe lack of inconsistency there, and security. You know, there's no feeling of security as if you can trust what they're going to do next. Okay? Let's pull a couple of oracle cards. Again, as I say, death is coming in for all three signs. I believe it showed up for all three signs tonight. And, you know, that means air signs, you're going through it. You're going through huge transformations right now, and especially in your love relationships. Everything's changing. The dynamics are changing. Some of you are just breaking up. Some of you are just walking away. It's just fizzling out. There's hard truths and hard conversations that are needing to be had. And now is the time that you're having them. Spirit of Gaia and Spirit of Armor. Mother Earth, Spirit of Gaia. Right? So Mother Earth, family. Again, this is what I'm talking about, family issues. Being strong, being there. Spirit of Armor, defense, tactical, guarded. Yeah. Okay, so that energy is coming in also. Be careful. You know, this is an emotional time with your person. Your person may be indeed very guarded, very defensive. I'm going to put that over there. Very guarded and very defensive right now. Because you're dealing, as I said, with somebody who's one of those temperaments. You know, those very sort of mercurial temperament where everything is like, a drama and emotional and sensitive, right? And again, you're having to decide, are you really there for it anymore? It's becoming exhausting. Never mind the fact that there are severe financial issues that are coming down the line, right? There's severe financial issues as a result of this kind of irresponsible behavior and back and forth, up and downs that your person is exhibiting right now. So there has to be a conversation about how to move forward. All right, guys, Aquarius, this is your reading. I'm going to call it that. The first episode of the Aquarius Love Chronicles, Aquarius Love and Their Lover. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. So every week on Tuesdays, starting at 6 with Gemini, 6:30 with Libra, and 7 o'clock with Aquarius, I will be doing the live stream love readings, the Love Chronicle readings. Check me out in the morning time where I live stream every morning from Tuesday to Friday, the general readings for the signs. And that's my cat knocking down my furniture. And check me out for my Toxic Love readings Monday nights at 4 p.m. and my Love Struck readings Sunday at 7 p.m. where we answer a special question of the heart. But that's it for right now, Aquarius. Thank you so much for coming here and joining me. I wish you and your lover a wonderful week, love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you guys at your next reading. This has been Bow and Arrow Tarot. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.